Let's face it, when we cook, we want to wow others with our culinary skills. So when we learned that a local food and lifestyle blogger, whose recipes we really enjoy, was coming out with a brand new cookbook, we jumped at the chance to learn more about the very special and very personal recipes she put in it. Take a look. Some of our favorite recipes are those that are passed down in our family, generation to generation. So we are here with Liz of thelemonbowl.com in your kitchen. We're talking about some of those prized family recipes. Yeah. But first I want to say congratulations on your new cookbook.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Now I have to tell you, it's not your typical cookbook, it's an e-cookbook. Nice. Which, I don't know about you, but when I cook in the kitchen, I'm usually on my phone or tablet. So I wanted to make these really accessible and easy for people to cook family recipes at home.
Yeah, and that's great. Okay, so we have some wonderful food here. We're going to taste and you're going to demonstrate as well.
Yeah, exactly. So all of these recipes come from my husband's family. And the reason behind it is that, you know how it goes, your ancestors don't necessarily write down perfect recipes or exact measurements. But what's the food you always crave at Sunday dinner or holidays?
Oh, yeah.
The ethnic recipes.
Yeah, and family recipes that make you feel really good.
Exactly. So the Ultimate Italian Sunday Dinner is the first in a series of similar cookbooks that will all be about the ultimate top 12 ethnic recipes. So,
I love it.
Yeah, let's get started. The first recipe I'm going to show you is Dina's tossed mushrooms. Now, you've made stuffed mushrooms before. This is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, you've just cut them in like fours.
Exactly. So depending how big the mushrooms are, you can have them or quarter them. Super easy, humble food. After you put the mushrooms in the pan, you're going to add a few basic ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry.
Wonderful,
so,
that's easy.
Yeah, Italian breadcrumbs. And then after the breadcrumbs, you're going to add fresh parsley, Italian parsley, a couple tablespoons. All these recipes are pretty flexible too, so you don't really need super exact measurements, but I've got them for you if you feel better.
But you can be liberal on the cheese, right?
A little extra cheese is never a bad thing, so we'll just add that all in.
I like your style.
And then dried thyme. And whenever I'm adding dried herbs, Rachel, I like to crush them in my fingers because that kind of releases the oils and adds more flavor.
Oh, good tip, thanks.
And then some garlic. And for the garlic, I like to just use a grater so that it gets really pureed, almost like a garlic paste. And then salt and pepper. And then after we add some fresh pepper, we're just going to drizzle it liberally with olive oil. So you can grab that. You can go ahead and do that.
Right. We love this too.
Yeah. And you can go a little liberal with it. Perfect. And then I just basically toss that around a little bit. You could use your hands or a fork, whatever. It's home cooking. And then these go right in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes until they're golden brown.
That was so easy.
So easy. And they're going to be so good, they're going to blow your mind. We'll pop those right in now.
So while the mushrooms are cooking, we're going to focus on some other dishes that you can find in the e-cookbook.
I had to make a couple other samples for you to try so you can really get a taste.
I'm very grateful.
It's going to be good. So the first one is a really super simple, there's probably maybe 5 total ingredients in this olive scacciata salad. And it's just celery, onions, olives, and then red wine vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, parsley. It's always nice to have some fresh, crunchy textures when you're eating, you know, heartier dishes. Good, right?
So good.
And so simple. Speaking of simple, pasta e fagioli, which you're probably familiar with, it just means pasta and beans. It's a vegetarian comfort dish, and it couldn't be easier. It's really just beans, 3 different types, pasta, tomatoes, onions, and Italian spices. So give that a try.
So good. It's so hearty.
I know.
And healthy.
It's like feel-good comfort food. Yeah, exactly. And then after that, good, right?
Delicious.
Yeah. Okay, and then, of course, you can't have Sunday dinner in an Italian house without Sunday gravy.
Of course.
And, of course, if you're familiar with New England, they call it gravy. We call it sauce here in the Midwest. Whatever you want to call it, it's delicious. And it's basically tomatoes that have been cooked with onions, garlic, olive oil, and then the real flavor comes from the homemade Italian meatballs and the Italian sausage.
So 2 different types of meat you're used in there?
The more meat, the better.
Well, I gotta dig in.
You gotta dig in.
This looks absolutely
Don't be shy.
Amazing.
It's super good, super easy, and tons of flavor.
Oh my goodness.
Good, right?
Fantastic.
Good. I'm so glad you like it.
This was just a few of the offerings in the e-cookbook.
Yeah, they're all really easy. again, these are humble dishes to feed a crowd. It's really affordable food, but it's really going to make you feel good inside. Perfect as we head into fall and the cooler months.
Yeah, well, this is good. I'm going to take some more bites, but we also have to check on those mushrooms, too.
Yeah, they should be done any minute.
Wow, these look amazing.
They turned out so good, and they smell so good. You ready to take a bite?
I am. While I have this, Liz, I know that you are working on another project already.
Yes. As I had mentioned, Rachel, this is the first series, I should say the first edition in a series of similar cookbooks, basically preserving ethnic family recipes. Good, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. So the next one is going to be the ultimate Mexican Sunday dinner with authentic Mexican recipes. And then we'll also be doing one with Lebanese recipes from my mom's side of the family and Jewish recipes from my father's side. So again, my goal is just to preserve as many cherished family recipes for future generations to come.
And we're glad you're sharing that information. We're here with Liz of thelemonbowl.com. So Liz's e-cookbook, Food from Her Ancestors, the ultimate Italian Sunday dinner, contains 12 recipes. If you're interested, you can find them at thelemonbowl.com. Just look under the cookbooks tab. It costs several dollars to buy. You can also get it through Amazon and other sources. Now, as she mentioned, there's a total of 4 e-cookbooks that are planned. This is a first in the series.